had a chance to talk this week with several people in the business community and ask them, talk to them about business manners. And on the next page, on page 8, you'll see etiquette and courtesy make an impact in the workplace. As we talked about last week, we have about 60 seconds to 120 seconds to make a first impression. If you go into a business situation, you're applying for a job, and you sit there and you've got your clothes on that are kind of, dirty, you just came from the gym, you kind of slump in your chair, you mumble when you talk, you don't look person in the eye, you don't have any interest in them or their company, chances are you're not going to get a good job. The second thing that's on that list says this. It says, it's believed that Henry Ford, and I'll just tell you the story, that Henry Ford, when he would take out potential employees, would take them out to dinner. And he would wait and see how they ate. I mean, that's a simple thing. How do you eat, how you carry yourself at a meal makes a big difference. And one of the things that he looked at was if a person put salt on their food or salted their food before they tasted it, they would not get the job. Now that might not happen at all companies, but that's a sign that Henry Ford was looking for, that people would react to a problem rather than trying to solve the problem in advance. For example, if something was going to be wrong with one of the cars that he was making on the assembly line, he wouldn't want somebody to go ahead and fix up the assembly line thing for a totally different situation without knowing what the problem was. He didn't want them to go off on their own. Very important in an assembly line. They needed to do just what they were supposed to do. If a problem arose, he wanted them to be able to fix it, but not in advance. And so you never know what an employer is going to be looking for. Part of it is having good manners, having a care for yourself, but also a care for others and care for their company. Zig Ziglar, the third thing, cites research done by Stanford Institute that finds 85% of the reason that you get a job and keep that job or move ahead in that job has to do with people skills and people knowledge, not just the skills that go into the job. In other words, how you present yourself, how you care for other people, what you learn and know about other people is going to have a huge impact on whether you keep that job or move ahead, become a manager, or things like that. People skills are hugely important. That's something that isn't taught a whole lot in schools today. It's all about getting the skills, and you got to know this, and you got to know this, and you know this. But really, people skills is a huge part. And Zig Ziglar and this institute, these schools who did that research, found that about 85% of the reason was because of people skills. Since more than half of business deals are done over breakfast, lunch, or dinner, it's so important that you have meal etiquette. We'll talk about that after the new year. We've already started standing up when a client comes, or when a lady comes to the table, when a client comes. Introductions, making sure that you're looking the person in the eye, smiling, introducing yourself as well as those around you. And then how do you eat that meal? And we'll talk about that as we get a little bit closer to our honor banquet. According to a study done by Etikon of over 1,200 businesses, etiquette consultants, 80% of respondents reported an increase in rudeness in business. When you encounter rudeness in business, 53% will take their business elsewhere. So if there's a problem with you as an employee or somebody that's working with you who's rude to customers, it's going to cost your business about half of those people who run into that rudeness. All right? So being an asset to your company is also an opportunity to increase or to keep those customers who are coming back. I would like to see the other side of that. How many people come back simply because they found a good-mannered, a friendly person who cared about them, who took an interest in them, and they came back not because the food was great or because the service was terrific as far as the parts or the skill, but how many people came back simply because they made a connection with somebody, and that can be you. All right, last one that we're going to look at tonight is that study showed that 63% of employees lack basic job skills such as arriving on time, calling in sick, staying all day, but only 31% have implemented programs to fix this. If there's one thing I can tell you, be courteous to your employer. You know, if you got to come in late, make sure that you've got it covered in advance if you know it's going to be coming up. Or make sure that you call in and take care of things. You know, if you're calling in sick, don't just not show up. All right, that's number one, a great way to lose your job. But it also shows that you care about the employer that you're working for. Showing some just common courtesy in the workplace can take you from someone who maybe is an entry-level position up to being in management, simply because other people aren't doing that. And that's part of the reason why we're doing this. We want to equip you to go out into the world, not just to make money so that you can supply the things that your families will need, but so that you can make an impact on the world and the workplace for Christ. So you go out and you be a light wherever you're at. You don't have to go into full-time ministry to be a light for Christ. You can be an engineer. You can be a stay-at-home mom. You can be somebody who goes out and cares for kids at the school. It can be somebody who works in downtown business. You can work somebody who works in a skyscraper. But wherever you're at, you can be the light of Christ. All right, so that's our lesson for tonight. Big long lesson. Second thing that we're going to talk about is announcements. This Sunday, we have the Christmas program at 7 o'clock. Make sure you invite all your friends and all your family. After the Christmas program, we're going to be going to Jake's Pizza for Afterlife, so bring along some cash, and we'll have some fun just kind of unwinding after the Christmas program. Remember, those of you who are in the Christmas program, 9 o'clock in the morning, we're going to have donuts and juice, and then probably about 9:15 we want to start getting into our costumes for just a run through of the morning. Next Wednesday night, 6 o'clock, note the different time, 6 o'clock, we're going to have some food. If you can come about 5:45, that'll be great, because we want to leave just a little bit after 6, and we're going to be going caroling, and then we're going to come back for some Christmas games. Bring 2 dozen cookies, and bring a white elephant gift under $5. Something. Don't go out and buy something fancy. Just something simple. Wrap it up from home. Be creative. Be as creative as you want with the wrapping. Please do not bring the following: perishable food items. Don't wrap those up. Please don't bring things that are alive or have been alive. We don't want those. Please bring inanimate gifts. All right, and please be here. Like I said, or be at church at 6 o'clock, or preferably before. We'll have a supper for you. If you come right about the time we're leaving, we'll make it mobile, and we'll go do some caroling. There'll be no Youth Alive the following week, and then on December 30th, we're gonna have our New Year's Adam party. Our New Year's Adam party is going to be a chance that we're going to be able to get together and spend from about 5 o'clock to about 10:30 just enjoying each other, enjoying some great food, traveling around our area, and also we're going to be just having some good hangout time in order to free you up on New Year's Eve to spend time with your family. We really want you guys to put a high priority on your family. I know you think you're with them a lot, and over the holidays you will be with them a lot. But we don't want Youth Alive. We don't want to take you away from your families. We really want that to be a priority in your life, so that you can show honor to them, and so that you can receive the blessing from God for doing that, for being obedient in that way. For that, you won't need any money, but you will need to sign up, and we'll have a sign up sheet available on Sunday and through December 20th. We just need to let the food people know so we can prepare for that. All right, so there you go. Hope you guys have had a great snow day and a great snow night, and we'll see you around. Bye.